Alright, you can see we've got some cool buildings on the surface here. This was a shaft from the look of things. You can see they had a hoist in here. This is where it would have been mounted. Right there. They've got these huge railroad size rails coming out here. And those lead, you see they had a roller right there for the cable. And these rails lead down straight into this cave in here. The boys took a crack at digging it out, but it's just too much stuff has come down from here to be able to get it open. So unfortunately, we won't be going in on this side. However, I found some other stuff above that is more, well, I was to say more open, more accessible. It's wide open, no concerns at all. So I'm gonna head up and around and show that to you. I was just over there a moment ago. Thought I'd just show you a quick look inside the building here. Nothing really of note. Just, I guess it was a workshop. See some shelves and bits and pieces of things. But that is it. So now I'll go up and show you what is above. Alright, that shaft I just showed you is on the other side of this. And we've dropped into a little mini Grand Canyon here. And there's a big open portal at the end of the little mini Grand Canyon here that I spotted when I was out scouting around the area, looking for something more than that shaft that we were unable to get down. So we are obviously going to go check this out, and there's some more cool stuff beyond this as well. Alright, coming up on the portal now. That is a big space down there. Alright, we just dropped in from there and have come into this huge chamber here. I mean, huge chamber. Goes way up there. Way up there. And I'm going to show you people in the frame so you can see how big it is. It runs down there where he's checking out now. It goes to a face down there. And came over here as well. And looks like it was filled in here. There may have been more here, but it was filled in. And in reality, I think this was an old adit. That Grand Canyon thing we came down, I think that was actually an adit that more modern mining just blew out. They just took all the ore out and made it surface workings. And I think that this came into a stope chamber. I think the old adit came into a stope chamber here. And there may have been more, for example, dropping down there. And it's just all been filled in with waste rock and backfilled. But obviously it took a lot of material out of here. And as I said, it came down here as well. And hits a face here. Is there any sign like there might have been something down there, or?
Can't tell.
Yeah.
Drill hole there.
Oh, up there? There. So it seems like they were running an adit back here, and then a more modern crew came in and just tore the place apart and got a lot more ore out. Just came from over there and have arrived at this huge pit here, and there may actually be something back there. I haven't been down there yet. Looking down, you see it's a really deep shaft. That's probably 80 feet down, so I'm not gonna get too close to the edge because it's pretty crumbly. Then over here is something even more cool. You can see a very old school head frame right there, and underneath it you can see there's sort of, it's almost like a cross section looking into the shaft. That wood there is the collar of the shaft. That's really cool, isn't it? to be able to look in and see the color of the shaft is dropping down like that. I don't know if we'll be able to get in there or not, but we'll go take a closer look at it. I was standing up there before, and you can see I'm down at the head frame now. There's a lookout over the Nevada desert. It's getting dark on us. See all the cable here? The hoist was here, and I just noticed it's got writing on it. It looks like 1964 right there. Definitely 1964. See right there. I cannot make out what that says. Looks like I can't make out the first letter. I see AREAD and then HRE something. I'm not sure. Hopefully you guys can make it out better than I can. Some of the bolts right there for the hoist. Trying to see if there's any more writing on this. Okay, I'm just making it worse though. I'll take a close look at that in a minute. Just want to show you guys the stuff over here first. I missed. Oh, I was looking at this. I don't know if that was like a crude skip car or what right there. It's hard to tell. Pretty heavy steel, but I don't know what it was. And taking a look at this, you can see the head frame is actually made out of metal. So the 1964 thing kind of fits. Whatever was here has been completely disconnected, and I'm not sure what that was. The shaft itself, of course, is plunging down beneath me. That's the wood and the collar right there. And I'll come over here. Okay, here's looking at the head frame from a different angle. You see that chute right there. Seems like this was a pretty budget operation these guys had going here. There's the collapsing head frame, and then that shaft drops. This particular shaft drops down way down there. I see some stoles down there. You guys see those? And it's really hard to see much else down there. This is the brightest flashlight I have. We're at the 4,000 lumens. You can see the ground down there, but I can't, unfortunately, get any closer underneath. It gets deeper, I can tell you that, because you probably can't tell at home, but that's going down. That's an angle down, and it runs under me, getting deeper. So there's looking down there, and unfortunately, I don't see a way to get over there unless we try and squeeze by over here. So we were taking a close look at the shaft and realized what the deal is here. The wooden part here, the collar, that's actually quite old. However, apparently in 1964, these miners came in and put that foundation in for the hoist, and then welded together this crude head frame contraption, and just, I guess using those cables, dropped it down on top of the old head frame that was here, and somehow made it work. But this is actually not on the ground at all. You can, in other words, I can shake this thing around, which well, that wouldn't fill me with confidence if I was going up and down that, but I guess it worked for them, and that's pretty innovative to just slap this down on top of the old head frame, the old wooden head frame. I mean, you can see it's pretty crude. These are just pieces of rail they welded together to make this. See the weld right there? Bits and pieces of rail. It's all rail. Miners are very innovative. Alright, good reason to love the Nevada desert here. You got that awesome sunset right there. Pan over this way. Got a rainbow right there. That's pretty impressive. Just below the mine here, and there's this cool stone building here. Obviously an old one. But it probably would have been pretty cool because it's set into the earth. And I would think that would help to keep it cool. Sort of like the underground effect that you get in the abandoned mines, but it also would probably keep you warm in the winter. So they use unmilled wood up there. That is pretty cool. And well made. It's held up all these years. Looks like they might have used that as a wood stove. Although I don't see a chimney. Who knows? We're not too far from the mine here, and I just had to include the ruins of this mill here just because it's so massive. You can see my two friends right there walking along the lower edge of it, and it's hard to tell in this light, but that's all stone wall foundation there, all along there. This is like a castle. This mill is very, very impressive. I was shooting from down there a minute ago and climbed up a different level, give you a different perspective on this. Light's a little bit better from this perspective. Next to that huge castle wall, for lack of a better description, right here. My friends are up there. Up along the wall here, and there are a couple openings here going in. But fortunately, we won't be able to go in. Those are completely caved. Some of these rocks that they put into place here are just incredibly huge. I cannot imagine them stacking these. I mean, how the hell did they stack that one way up there? That enormous rock. There's no mortar here either. This is all just carefully put together. You know, they just found the right size rock to fit in each slot here and stacked them all up like this. There's not a piece of mortar anywhere, not even a hint of it. It's just really good craftsmanship on this rock wall here. It's really amazing, and it just keeps going too. It keeps going up there and bends. We haven't even gotten to the end of it. All right, there's the edge of the wall there. Comes up here and sort of peters out. We'll see how it looks up above. On top, probably very flat. Yep. Here's my friends off in the distance. Good measure of scale here. I think everything I'm standing on is tailings. This whole area has just got this soft, powdery material around that one would think were tailings. There's a little basin or pond here, and the road they had coming in here, see the stone wall right there, I hope in this light, had a high quality road coming in here. I'm sure that road saw a lot of traffic with heavy material. Up on top, looking down over a different area. I sure hope I can find a historical picture of this site. If I can, I'll include it in the video. Still really impressed by the craftsmanship and quality of the stonework here. I don't know how well you can tell on the camera, but you see that red discoloration down there? That's just a sea of tailings. And it extends over to the gray material there. That's all tailings as well. Just a huge, huge swath of tailings down there. Really incredible. And the mill is just behind me here, so you can understand where that is in relation to things. Really high quality stone wall extending around the side there. Fortunately, the light's terrible right now, but there are my friends down there for scale again.